Are you a history expert? Test your knowledge now with 50 questions. When did World War I begin? 1918, 1914, or 1939? World War I began in 1914 after the assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand, leading to significant geopolitical changes. Which woman was known as the Iron Lady? Margaret Thatcher, Angela Merkel, or Golda Meir? Margaret Thatcher, the first female Prime Minister of Great Britain, was known as the Iron Lady for her strong political leadership. Who was the first person to set foot on the moon? Yuri Gagarin, Buzz Aldrin, or Neil Armstrong? Neil Armstrong set foot on the moon on July 20th, 1969, marking a milestone in the history of space exploration. When did Christopher Columbus discover America? 1492, 1501, or 1498? Columbus discovered America in 1492, which initiated European colonization of the Americas. In which country is Stonehenge located? Ireland, England, or Scotland? Stonehenge, the mysterious stone circle monument, is located in England, built around 2500 BC, and is one of the oldest structures in human history. Which U.S. president declared the end of slavery in 1863? George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, or Abraham Lincoln? Lincoln declared the end of slavery in the United States in 1863, a pivotal step towards civil rights and equality. When did the Berlin Wall fall? 1987, 1989, or 1988? The fall of the Berlin Wall in 1989 symbolized the end of the Cold War and led to the reunification of Germany. In which country did the Industrial Revolution begin? Germany, France, or Great Britain? The Industrial Revolution began in 1760 in Great Britain, significantly transforming the global economy with new technologies and mass production. Where is the Mona Lisa displayed? Prado, Uffizi, or Louvre? The Mona Lisa by Leonardo da Vinci is displayed in the Louvre in Paris and is one of the most famous artworks in the world. Who was the U.S. president from 2009 to 2017? Barack Obama, George W. Bush, or Donald Trump? Barack Obama was U.S. president from 2009 to 2017, implementing significant reforms such as the Affordable Care Act. What was the name of the Egyptian queen who had a relationship with Julius Caesar? Nefertiti, Cleopatra, or Hatshepsut? Cleopatra was the last pharaoh of Egypt, known for her relationships with Julius Caesar and later Mark Antony. In what year did the Titanic sink? 1910, 1912, or 1914? The Titanic sank in 1912 after colliding with an iceberg and remains one of history's most famous shipwrecks. In which city was most of the ancient knowledge burned down? Alexandria, Athens, or Rome? In Alexandria, much of the ancient knowledge was lost due to various conquests, including the destruction of its famous library. What was the name of the treaty that officially ended World War I? Treaty of Potsdam, Treaty of Vienna, or Treaty of Versailles? The Treaty of Versailles officially ended World War I and imposed heavy reparations on Germany. What is the modern name of Constantinople? Ankara, Istanbul, or Bursa? Constantinople was renamed Istanbul after its conquest by the Ottoman Empire in 1453. Who wrote Romeo and Juliet? Goethe, Cervantes, or Shakespeare? Shakespeare wrote Romeo and Juliet, one of the most famous love tragedies in literary history. Which civilization built Machu Picchu? Maya, Aztecs, or Incas? The Incas built Machu Picchu in the Andes, showcasing their impressive architectural skills and culture. Which country gifted the Statue of Liberty to the United States? England, France, or Spain? France gifted the Statue of Liberty to the United States in 1886 as a symbol of freedom and friendship. Who composed Eine kleine Nachtmusik? Beethoven, Mozart, or Haydn? Mozart composed Eine kleine Nachtmusik, a well-known piece of the Viennese classical period. Which South American country was the first to gain independence from Spain? Brazil, Colombia, or Argentina? Argentina was the first South American country to gain independence from Spain in 1816. When was Wikipedia founded? 2001, 1995, or 1999? Wikipedia was founded in 2001 and has become the world's largest and most used encyclopedia. Who invented the telephone? Thomas Edison, Alexander Graham Bell, or Nikola Tesla? Alexander Graham Bell invented the telephone in 1876, forever changing global communication. Who was the first woman to win the Nobel Prize? Marie Curie, Rosalind Franklin, or Ada Lovelace? Marie Curie was the first woman to win a Nobel Prize, conducting groundbreaking research on radioactivity. How was Britain's King Charles's ex-wife Diana called by her surname before they married? Windsor, Spencer, or Mountbatten? Diana was born into the Spencer family, a distinguished British aristocratic lineage, before marrying King Charles III in 1981. What is the name of the oldest and largest of the three pyramids of Giza? Pyramid of Djoser, Pyramid of Khufu, or Pyramid of Menkaure. The Pyramid of Khufu in Giza is the largest and oldest of the three pyramids and a wonder of the ancient world. How many theses did Martin Luther post? 95, 72, or 101? Martin Luther posted 95 theses, initiating the Reformation and significantly changing the Western world. Which military leader conquered territory from Greece to India? Genghis Khan, Alexander the Great, or Julius Caesar? Alexander the Great, born in 356 BC, led his troops to India and created the largest empire of the ancient world. Who invented the first practical automobile? Carl Benz, Rudolf Diesel, or Nicholas Otto? Carl Benz, a German engineer, patented his motor car on January 29, 1886, making it the first practical automobile. When was the European Union officially founded? 1993, 2000, or 1985? The European Union was officially founded in 1993 with 15 member states at the time. Who led the Soviet Union during World War II? Vladimir Lenin, Joseph Stalin, or Mikhail Gorbachev? Joseph Stalin led the Soviet Union from 1927 to 1953, establishing a dictatorship with extensive political purges. In which country did the Renaissance begin? Italy, France, or Spain? The Renaissance began in Italy, bringing significant cultural and scientific advancements. Who led the first successful circumnavigation of the globe? Christopher Columbus, Ferdinand Magellan, or Marco Polo? Ferdinand Magellan led the first successful circumnavigation of the globe from 1519 to 1522, proving the Earth's roundness. When did Neanderthals largely go extinct? 30,000 years ago, 100,000 years ago, or 10,000 years ago? Neanderthals went extinct around 30,000 years ago, leaving Homo sapiens as the sole surviving human species. Who painted the Sistine Chapel ceiling? Leonardo da Vinci, Michelangelo, or Raphael? Michelangelo painted the Sistine Chapel ceiling between 1508 and 1512, a masterpiece of Renaissance art. If you've enjoyed it so far, then subscribe to QuizPro. Who was the leader of the Huns in the 5th century? Attila, Alaric, or Genseric? Attila was the infamous leader of the Huns in the 5th century, striking fear into the Roman Empire. What was the name of the wife of Argentine President Juan Perón? Isabel, Cecilia, or Evita? Evita Perón, the wife of Argentine President Juan Perón, was a charismatic figure and icon of the labor movement, living from 1919 to 1951. Who was the first president of the United States? George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, or John Adams? George Washington served as the first president of the United States from 1789 to 1797. What are the Wright brothers famous for? Automobile manufacturing, aircraft manufacturing, or telegraphy? The Wright brothers are famous for building the first successful airplane, marking the beginning of aviation. In what year did the Vietnam War end? 1975, 1969, or 1980? The Vietnam War ended in 1975, leading to the reunification of North and South Vietnam under communist rule. Which country was the first to grant women the right to vote? Sweden, USA, or New Zealand? New Zealand granted women the right to vote in 1893, making a significant step toward gender equality. Which Greek goddess was the Parthenon dedicated to? Let us know in the comments how many you could get right, or Aphrodite. The Parthenon was built in honor of Athena as the patron goddess of Athens and symbolizes wisdom and warfare. Who painted the world-famous Last Supper? Leonardo da Vinci, Michelangelo, or Sandro Botticelli? Leonardo da Vinci painted The Last Supper between 1495 and 1498, one of the most renowned works of Christian art. When did the 30 Years' War begin? 1648, 1492, or 1618? The 30 Years' War began in 1618 and was one of the most destructive conflicts in European history. Who wrote the Declaration of Independence of the United States? George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, or John Adams? Thomas Jefferson wrote the Declaration of Independence and is considered one of the founding fathers of the United States. Which queen holds the longest reign in history? Queen Elizabeth II, Queen Victoria, or Mary, Queen of Scots? Queen Elizabeth II holds the record for the longest reign of a British monarch, serving for over 70 years. When did the French Revolution begin? 1776, 1789, or 1801? The French Revolution began in 1789, ending the monarchy and significantly altering French and Western history. Who was the first person to climb Mount Everest? Edmund Hillary, Reinhold Messner, or Ernest Shackleton? Edmund Hillary, alongside Sherpa Tenzing Norgay, was the first to climb Mount Everest in 1953. In which city was Napoleon defeated in 1815? Leipzig, Austerlitz, or Waterloo? Napoleon was defeated in Waterloo in 1815, marking the end of his reign and influence. Which country was conquered and united by Genghis Khan? China, India, or Mongolia? Mongolia was conquered and united by Genghis Khan, who established the largest contiguous empire in history. In which Japanese city did U.S. forces drop an atomic bomb in 1945? Hiroshima, Kyoto, or Osaka? The first atomic bomb was dropped on Hiroshima on August 6, 1945, altering the course of World War II and nuclear policy. Let us know in the comments how many you could get right.